Yeah, we big live right now. Shouts out to black people.
Hey, yo, the goddamn chat is already on fire.
Why? Is it us?
Yeah, that's us.
It's just because it's Thursdays, 8:35.
Yeah, I think so.
YouTube.com/Black Rasslin. Shouts to everybody who has been rocking with us all week. It's been a busy week.
Busy month,
but I mean the BRP. Actually, last week, salutes to Black Announce Table, salutes to A Show, salutes to Victor Perry. We launched Black Pod Connect. Their fundraiser is over $4,000. Yeah, it's at 4,500 right now. We're trying to get these kids to WrestleMania next year. You can find that information. Wallflower Perry on Twitter. If you go to Wallflower Perry on Twitter, you see his kids do. They I guess they close out their pro wrestling for the year. Salute to the wrestling club. But
look, we got
582.
Suzette got fans in the building already.
I was about to say we talking about a lot of stuff that's not happening right now.
You got smiley face eyes with the heart on it. You know what I mean?
Miss Suzette, I don't know
why'd you have to say heart like that?
Then you got the other heart.
I don't know how familiar you are with what goes on around here, but we go live every Thursday, and a lot of the time before the show starts, we like to invite people on the show to have some fun, to salute what they've got going on. Your name clearly says Suzette, but it also's got Hit Club Pro in there.
Hey yo, look, Ken Lewis horny already. Look.
Ken Lewis, because if you've been in the doghouse before for some things you said in the chat. Don't act like you innocent out here. But Miss Suzette, first, thank you for coming through to the Black Rasslin Podcast. Thank you for coming. I know that the chat already seems to be hype.
I've never been in one of these where the chat is like live. Well, if I have, I didn't see it, but
is it weird?
No.
It can be distracting. Please pay these niggas no mind. They wild just like us.
They're gonna talk no matter what goes on. And again, that's why we love them. But don't get distracted because those jokers can be crazy. But you're here. You got in a month. There's going to be something going down in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
No regret. This is my type of card right here. Looking at some of the excellence in this. Some of these people made the BRP 50. This year. But talk to us, Hit Club Pro. Talk to us about no regrets and what people are in store for on July 29th.
So No Regrets is our second ever event. And it's lit. I just wanted to go harder than the first one. The first one I didn't really get to have as many women's matches. Only had one. So I was like, okay, I want a woman in the main event. I just wanted to be kind of lit. And everyone's been wanting to see Savannah Evans and La Rosa Negra. So I was like, I know both of them have been wanting to make that happen. So I'm excited that's happening. Trisha Dora, Mac, love AC Mac. He was at the first event. Him and AJ Gray put on a crazy match. So, and I know they were both excited about this one. They're going to be main eventing. So it's a lot. It's a nice little mixture. You're going to see some familiar faces, some not so familiar faces. I know we're in North Carolina, but the goal is to not have the same North Carolina faces so that you can see it every other promotion. So a lot of people coming in from Atlanta.
I love it.
Any chance that we see PD Pablo come in and rock bottom somebody?
PD Pablo.
Well, okay, there's another member that is, I know he was a wrestling fan, and he was like, I might be in North Carolina, I want to see this. So it ain't PD Pablo, but, I don't want to speak on it if I don't know if he's actually coming. But
wow.
Hey,
I've been wanting to kind of incorporate hip-hop anyways. That was kind of the goal in the beginning, too. I wanted to feel more like a party.
I love it.
Like when the wrestlers hit us up, they're like, hey, I want to come to the party. I want to join the party. And that's kind of like, that's the vibe I'm going for. I don't want it to feel like your typical indie wrestling show, the 80s rock playing and cowboy hats and American flags. Like, I want it to just be chill.
You have a DJ?
Yeah. I did the first, so yeah, I want it to be a vibe.
I love it.
yeah, the lights and the music is important to me. So
In actual.
So tell us about one of the folks, one of the names that we don't know that we are going to be introduced to through this, and why they're important to what you're doing.
let's see, someone you may not be. Okay, so one guy is Cam Jackson. He put on a hell of a match against Myron Reed at our inaugural event. He's been in the North Carolina scene for a minute, and I just feel like he's one of the underdogs. Like, he's great on the mic. The fans love him. He's great in the ring. What's up?
Shit. It's the neck break lady.
Oh,
Here you go.
What's up?
Hey, why you was online breaking them men's necks like that?
I just
You had a nigga, his whole head turned around. I ain't never seen that before.
Oh, you talking about Talib Kweli?
No, I was talking about Gene. But why you do that for?
Look, that I don't know what happened with that picture.
What you mean?
I woke up and I was like, wait, what's going on? Like, that was what happened.
I don't even know what picture you talking about. I've seen this in real life.
This man.
I seen it in real life. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
We're not
Pardon
going
me.
to talk about that.
Pardon me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt the conversation. Proceed, Suzette.
I was like, where's Matt? But yeah.
Now, she was saying Cam Jackson's gonna be in the building.
Yeah, Cam Jackson, he's dope. He's probably someone that a lot of people aren't familiar with. We have another tag team coming in. They've been on AEW Dark a few times. I know one of them came out of the Nightmare Factory, if not all of them. His name is, they're called Top Team. It's Teriyaki, Jay Lucas, and Larry Lazard. And I think they have another one, Dante Darko's, 4 of them. They're going to be doing some tag team action. They're younger guys. They're really good, have a lot of potential. So I'm looking forward to seeing them too. I don't know if they've done quite a few things. I don't want to say GCW. I've seen them at the shows, but yeah, they've done Dark a couple of times. And from the moment I saw them, I knew they had a lot of potential. So, yeah.
Yo, I am sure as a woman promoter, you catch it, right? You catch heck. As a black woman promoter, I know you catch it way more. And then thirdly, because I know you get underrated because of it, as an attractive black woman promoter, I know it's insane to do what you do. Talk about kind of some of the struggles, you know what I mean, you deal with with all those things being factors.
Yeah. Well, really, I didn't want anyone to know I was a promoter because I was, I'm like, okay, they're gonna look at me, they're not gonna take me serious, they're gonna question my ability, they're gonna be like, who is this girl? What is she doing? And then, of course, I model, so they're gonna look me on Instagram, they're gonna be like there's nothing, like she knows nothing about wrestling. I just didn't want to. Y'all, can I turn this off? Oh, I saw was fish grease. I'm like, what?
I told, don't even worry about them people in that chat. Don't even worry about them people.
Over it so I can't see it. Okay.
Don't even worry about them people. Yeah, we got you.
Bad looking drink it, Jermaine.
Yeah, y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill.
You don't have to turn it off.
Nah, but they do gotta relax. Y'all don't this one. Let me chill. Suzette, you talk about, obviously you sound like you follow pro wrestling, like we all follow pro wrestling. But what's your history? When did you first start getting into pro wrestling? You were little, Suzette, or was it something that was more recent? Okay, talk about who some of your favorite superstars were in the beginning.
Favorite, well, the Fabulous Moolah was almost like my god grandmother. She's like my grandmother, really. So, yeah, like just being around her and Mae Young when I was really little.
You were around Moolah.
Look, I remember being like 17. I would take Mae Young backstage and like drive her because she's like in her 80s, and like I didn't have a license, but I was just like, I knew I was gonna be a promoter when I met Triple H, And
Wait, Susan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I feel like you talking about driving people. Like you got your foot on. We got to get to the beginning. Well, how did you get to being in the world of pro wrestling? What was the age when you really started being around these people?
I mean, I always remember flipping through the Monday Night Wars, and she was really cool.
Suzette, you kind of breaking up a bit.
Suzette, would you flip the dial up?
Can you hear me?
You said your mom got you into wrestling?
Yes.
How old your mom is?
So it was kind of destined to be. She always wanted to be a wrestler. She had to take care of her dad, so she couldn't. And then, I mean, it was my first love. I always knew I was going to be involved in it. And what made me want to be a promoter, I took Mae Young backstage, and I have a license, but she needed a ride, and I was not about to shoot her down. And she introduced me. I remember I met like Vince McMahon and Triple H, and
at 17.
When I met 17. And I was just fascinated by how Triple H, he knew how to do everything. Like, I would watch him sit down in the production, like in Gorilla, put his headset on, and like switch to commercial or whatever. Then he would get up and he would go coach someone. Okay, you're about to do this promo. This is how you should do it. Then he could even go out there, cut a promo really quick, come back, put the headset on, and get right to production. It's like he knew how to do everything, and I was just fascinated by seeing that. But
were you always into the behind the scenes, like when you're watching pro wrestling, thinking about how they put the show together, and were you already understanding that it was a work? Like how familiar you were familiar with all of that?
Yeah. And then I would listen to like the phone conversations with my mom and Mula, so I kind of knew. Like, I was like, oh, but I mean, I always wanted to be a filmmaker too. I learned like videography at church. So
Wait.
Why are you making this face?
Math is fascinated, right? Because we didn't know nothing about we know
people don't.
We didn't
wait.
I don't tell people that
because we have seen you everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
she knows about the bag, cuz she knows about what the bag and what's in the bag.
But goddamn,
of course.
No, but let me say this, like, you know, in terms of hearing, especially with women coming through the world of pro wrestling, like one of the early stories you always hear is Mula's, you know, I don't know if you want to call it a compound or what have you, like women going to live with Mula and learning the trade that then get put onto the shows. Like, I remember
being in the backyard with the midget.
You were there.
Wait.
You were there though.
Yeah, that's on the legal list.
I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. She lived on Mula Drive. And it turned into like a shelter, I believe, but it recently burned down around Thanksgiving of last year. But
really,
yeah,
wow.
I look like this because
it's fascinating.
All of the times that we have ran into you and had conversations, whatever, none of this was brought up.
I don't really tell people because
nigga, you just say hello. I didn't even know you could speak. I thought Espanol.
No, I love it. I appreciate it.
And I learned I had to break out of my shell in this. The key word of promotion is promote. So I have to put myself out there, and that wasn't in the plan originally. I was supposed to I didn't want anyone to even know.
We didn't.
I can understand that.
Because I was worried. I didn't know if the guys would respect me.
No, you know what, Suzette, you know what the thing is I think above anything, especially these days, we want to know that people rock with this stuff like we rock. Because we've been on this wave. And I imagine a lot of people would appreciate someone like you saying, hey, not only, you know, do I have these other endeavors, but I've been a fan for a lot, and I've been deeper in this a lot longer than y'all have. Like it's again, I was just learning about this Moolah stuff because of Dark Side of the Ring and these other articles that come out. You never hear these stories, but I've never been in a situation where I've been talking to someone who has been driving some of the most famous women who are in pro wrestling on WWE television. Like it's amazing, and it if anything, it lends credibility to what you do, and also it should shut up a lot of these detractors who think that women don't know what's going on in the world of pro wrestling. Like right here, this is you don't get no more inside than the woman who was there at Moolah's compound. I can't imagine the stories you've heard.
I was really, really young. I remember like say we were in her kitchen, she would have a lot of the older, like the women's wrestlers in the kitchen from like back in that time, and say she would step out and because I wanted to be a wrestler, and I made that very clear. As soon as Moolah would leave the kitchen, they're like, hey, don't do it. Go be a model, go play basketball, you're tall, but don't wrestle, you don't want to do it. And Moolah, of course, didn't like that. But yeah, I mean, I was very, very young, but I remember.
But wait. So you wanted to be a wrestler, and they said don't do it. How? Because of course you didn't become a wrestler. Did you make that decision relatively quick after that conversation? Or?
I trained for a while. I trained in. Look at math.
This is fast. I love it. No, I love it. I love it.
And that's how a lot of some of the people, especially in North Carolina area, I mean, they're familiar with my face, or they've seen me before. 18th birthday ish. I started training in North Carolina at High Spot. Caleb Conley. It was Georgia South School, but I trained with Caleb for a little while. Times was crazy. I had to move to Atlanta. So I trained with Robert Gibson at his school for a little bit of the Rock and Roll Express. Mm-hmm. Then I had to go back to South Carolina because there was a lot of stuff going on with my parents. So I trained with Susan Green for a little bit, Susan Tex Green. And then just so much in life happened. And I just was like, I have to stop. And then I got signed to a modeling agency not long after I moved back to Atlanta. Started doing modeling and acting. But I said, I'm going to have my own promotion. So it took a little bit of time, but yeah,
you got it.
It's been a roller coaster. It's been a roller coaster.
If there's anybody that we have crossed paths with that deserves to be running some shit, it would be you. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Nobody has, from all of the people that, and it's not any shades, it's no shot, but your resume.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I will say, and again, no shots, no shade, but you go to events and you the whole point is a network, and you meet a lot of people who do a lot of different things within the world of pro wrestling, and most of the time, the reason that the three of us even got together is just because we were fans of pro wrestling, and we were old enough to also like the same hip hop and get the same movie references. Like that was it. You know what I mean? But it's not a lot of times where you get to talk to people who have like actual pedigrees, who have been in, and it's not just I've got close enough to a pro wrestler where I can get some inside information. It's I've lived around people. I've been around the world. I don't know. Again, not knowing it is probably why my brother Math is so fascinated right now.
I don't think I'm an expert. Like, I really feel like even at the first show, wrestlers would come up and ask me. I said, look, I'm gonna be honest. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but I can find out for you. Like, I mean, a lot of times if you see me at shows, I've gone through shows everywhere. Like within 3 months, I went to shows in Miami, DC, Texas, Atlanta, Augusta, just anywhere. And really it's just to learn and just to network. And a lot of the promoters have been very open. They're like, oh, you're trying to do this? Okay, well, let me show you. Or come backstage, and I would help with the lights, or I would do something like, and just. How long is?
I'm sorry, Coach. How long has that been? When you've really been stepping out, making a point to step out and have people recognize your face and be in the world of pro wrestling?
I started popping in at like indie shows and just kind of watching, maybe around of course, I've been going to indie shows since I was a kid, but like to actually study and like to realize, okay, this is what I have to do, probably around summer last year.
Okay.
But that was just me watching, like me being hands-on and like sitting with other promoters and seeing how they do things and handle situations. I would say maybe around August, September. And then I had
last year.
The following, and then I had my first show the following March. So I probably had like 6 months of just me going to shows and just like sitting back taking notes. Like I would have my tablet or my phone and I'm like typing notes, sitting with promoters and backstage directors and just like seeing, even the smallest things.
We cracking the code right now, Suzette. I'm sorry. Because again, there's certain situations where it's like, you see photos of events and you can know, all right, yeah, I've seen them before. Yeah, that's my people over da. But no, like you can tell when there's a group of people and like, wait, who is that? I've never seen that person before. But it's clear as day. Suzette needs to be there before everybody else needs to be there. She clearly, got the roots in the situation, and it sounds like you again. I'm sorry. We no regrets. July 29th. Look at the BRP 50 just dropped Juneteenth. It finished up Juneteenth, and there's names that I'm seeing on this card that we if you understand what's going on in the world of pro wrestling, specifically for dope black pro wrestlers, it's clear that Suzette's right on the pulse of what's going on.
Oh yeah, I tried to, for the first show, I tried to kind of be strategic, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy. And I'm like, okay, I want people. A lot of the people that I brought in, especially from the Atlanta area, because I've been living there for the last 4.5 years, and just people I've been backstage with, they didn't know what I was doing backstage, or I would be up in production, watching them do the cameras or whatever they do in production. And they would never know what I'm doing, but I'm just watching how they conduct themselves backstage, like how they put their match together, like kind of making it easy on me. I'm like, okay, they're seasoned. They can help the younger guys in the back. They can answer questions. They're not like super green, so this person. And then like just how they communicate. I'm like, okay, this is someone I would definitely want to work with. So for the first show, I definitely did that, but I do want to open up to a lot of newer faces too. But which I do. But
I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry. One second, because I had to make sure I found the right picture, because a lot of people saw you pop up on Dynamite. So I'm assuming
she said she don't wrestle, but she still break necks.
But I'm assuming that's twofold, because it sounds like, let me get my, if you want to look at the baddie section, whatever. But Suzette was on maneuvers. She looking at what you're doing with these cameras, TK. She looking at how you got this arena set up, TK. Like,
that's what I wanted to ask. And she said she wanted to be a filmmaker and a videographer. Who is your favorite filmmaker, or who is your current favorite filmmaker?
Tarantino.
Can't go wrong with that.
Wait. Favorite Tarantino film?
Jackie Brown.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I feel like it's underappreciated. That's how much.
What's your favorite film? Period.
Ooh. Favorite film, period? That's a hard. I have to think on that one.
There's something for Banks versus Davis.
That fact. That sounds like my type of answer too.
I see you, cuz I just had a question, because we got a text and it said for the no regrets, right? On the 29th, they said y'all were gonna allow cuz to get chest naked and take chops in the ring.
So I don't know what.
I thought he was talking about Gene. I thought Gene was like,
no regrets. July 20. I don't think that's going down.
You're not gonna let Skill Fam get chest naked.
I'm not gonna let it go down.
Chops in the ring.
Nah. I'm cool.
You gonna make? Yeah.
That's it. You just gotta sign a little waiver or something.
Yeah.
I already signed them.
I already signed them.
We got you.
I don't know what them niggas in legal are doing, but they're fired.
I am the manager. That's
funny.
My bad, cuz.
Yo, so you talked about doing modeling as one of the hats that you wear. Has modeling ever clashed with what it is you do as a promoter? And has it helped?
I think as far as like the business side of it has helped. Just things that I feel like are necessities. I don't know. As far as schedules, no, but I don't know. I guess just learning the business side of the entertainment industry as a whole has helped, and just being on different sets. I don't know, and just little things like I had catering backstage, and like the wrestler was like, "Whoa, you feed us?" And I'm like, I'm just used to that when I go on set. Like, I'm used to like being told like, "Hey, here's the menu, choose what you want," type of thing. We'll get it delivered. So it's just like I'm just kind of like.
Wait, I don't want to spill the beans for. I'm sorry, to cut you off. I don't want to spill the beans for what the wrestlers may get at No Regrets. But what was the catering situation at the last show? It was the salads. Was it Popeyes? Like what?
No, it was wings. It was wings. I'm like, hey, it's a lot of black.
Now, if you want to talk about booking fan, my fried chicken live at that's a whole nother conversation we can have now.
Yes,
we can have that conversation.
We can make it like a little cookout vibe. I try to have a DJ and stuff. The DJ.
No, that wasn't. I said chops. That's all he getting is.
I can fry some pork chops too. I fry some pork chops up.
It's insanity.
July 29th, right?
July 29th.
Is there anything you can let out the bag?
Any secrets
about this card?
Well, not everyone has been announced. I can put that out there.
That's what you letting out the bag?
I mean, but look at the names. Look at the names. I mean, like, it's some peoples on these flyers. Like,
I'm just trying to get a match. You know what I'm saying?
You trying to get a match that hasn't been announced yet?
Hold on. Let's do it like this.
There it is. Summer Jam screen.
Y'all are so nosy.
Suzette Victoria. Can we get a Black Rasslin exclusive? For No Regrets. Can we get an exclusive? If it's not a match, give us something exclusive about this card.
Something exclusive. I'm not giving y'all. Y'all have to come to the show now.
Say less.
Because I've done that before.
HitClubPro.com at HitClubPro on your social media choice. July 29th, 2022. No Regret. $10 on the event. Let me get the event break.
Reasonable.
No, I appreciate that.
Gas prices are crazy. Like,
you said
$10? I'm paying $25 just to get
$10.
Cause Google how long it takes for us to get there.
5 hours and 13 minutes in the car.
Are we there?
Oh, you on it?
You on it? Jokers.
I didn't know the BRP Prius can go that fast.
Damn.
No, he said he didn't tell you the 24 hours in front of it, motherfucker.
Look at this shit. Look at that little. They had to drive back in this car one day.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. R.I.P. to they back. I felt bad. I felt bad.
You didn't feel bad, Kyle.
That's the BRP. That's the BR Prius.
Facts.
Facts.
That looks like a little Mitsubishi. That's a Prius.
Nah, I don't know what that was.
We don't know what that was.
It was a jalopy.
That's one of the little things that be at CarMax when you be, like when your credit bad and you only got like 1,000.
I've been there before.
Yeah.
That's that first call money.
You be like, yo, I got 600. They be like,
all I got is 250, my nigga. What
here you go.
They
here you go. He said, 8 people. Here you go.
I was like, look, I ain't got no money, but I can fight real good. That's what they do right
there you go. This what we got for you.
Bitches give you some after dinner mints.
Those these.
Oh, shit.
Suzette, you gonna be watching Forbidden Door this weekend?
Damn.
Hip hop.
I just started doing events just for like little get-togethers or kickbacks for events like this. But I don't know, I might.
That's a no.
She gonna catch it on the replay.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch it on a replay. It depends on what time I can fly out of here.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not going to disclose too much, but she is in a flexible destination right now. You know what I'm saying? She is actually on the job. You know what I mean? So she did this special for us. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Again,
moving and shaking.
No regrets.
Best. And y'all looked out for me at that party too. Well, really all of Mania weekend, but yeah, y'all are very much like, I got you, good. You need anything?
That's just how we
Make me
operate.
feel protected because I didn't realize I was what I was walking into. It's crazy how like I've had people tell me this, like if I walk into a wrestling setting or if I'm dressed up or if I'm my makeup on and they're like, oh, you're not a wrestling fan, so what are you doing here? And it's like, well, damn, like I probably know more about this than you. Okay. It's just crazy, like when they see women or young women or attractive women or whatever it is, not to toot my own horn, but men are weird. So I'm like, so when I see y'all, I'm like,
you knew that. You knew what it was.
I can be myself.
Yeah, maybe this summer, pro wrestling fans, you take some time out and learn how to talk to people in general. I mean, like women specifically, but like people, and it's not on some like talk to women to learn how to date them. Just like learn how to have a conversation with somebody. It's a good skill to pick up.
Like I've literally had a promoter say, like, you sleeping with a wrestler, right? Like you're not a wrestler. I'm like what? No, I came by myself. I wanted to see the show. Like I'm chilling. Like I bought a ticket. Like
she just want to see the matches.
Trash.
yeah, like I saw the flyer and I'm like, hell yeah.
No, it's trash.
Wait, Suzette, I know. You probably. I don't want to have you overstay your welcome. Do you like violence? like, do you like when you're watching pro wrestling? Like, do you like watching people? Like, are you here to watch like technical wrestling, like grappling, or do you like watching people get beat up?
Yeah, you think, Cal, the first time she come on BRP, you can't
see when you grab a man's arms, you just stomp.
Well, I'm saying like Brian Danielson be on TV doing pure violence on people. Like, and New Japan is. I'm trying to figure out where we're all at in terms of being fans of pro wrestling.
Like I told someone I don't like violence, and they were like, "No, you're a wrestling promoter. You're lying." I'm like, "Yeah," but I mean, okay, because you remember, Sam, for the culture, that first glass break, we was out of there.
Yeah, we had to go.
We just talked about this previously with Trey. Yeah,
we gonna stand in the back. We're not doing front row
at all. I ain't with it.
Like, yeah, I mean, probably not like up close and personal, but
I'd be front row. I'm just trying to gauge where everybody's at.
No, you weren't there, were you? Like,
no, I was not there. But if I was, I didn't.
Cal would have held us together like y'all ain't leaving.
I didn't realize glass was breaking that close. I would have been there.
Son, when the glass broke, everybody left.
I would have been right there, like, yeah.
We got up and stood all the way in the back. We was like, no, we don't hit the wall, like.
Hey, Suzette, did you know that Nasty Leroy was standing with us when we were watching the show?
No, I didn't see him until after.
Yes, he just came and stood next to us. I was scared of him.
Did not know.
Really?
I ain't.
Said he was.
I had like seen on Twitter, but I didn't know.
I didn't want that nigga to call me a rat bastard. I just left him alone. He was just sitting there chilling out. I said, I'm letting him enjoy the show. You know what I mean? Shout out Nasty Leroy, man.
Bastard.
So you said you don't wrestle. Have you completely ruled out working matches?
No, I haven't, because I feel like people aren't gonna let me rule it out anyways if I wanted to. And I miss training, even if it's not to be an active wrestler. Like you can't get that training at the gym doing cardio, and it's like a dance. So I miss it for sure.
Do you have an opponent in mind? If you were to have a match, who would be worthy to step in the ring with?
I've always wanted to wrestle Savannah Evans just because I remember when I first started training, she was one of the first people I saw, and I've never seen someone that looked like me. Well, I have, but like literally, like from the complexion to height and just like her personality. Like when I walked into training school, it was like, because I remember like she would be there, Cedric Alexander, Swole, and all of them would be there training, and I was always terrified to be in the ring with them. So like I remember Cedric asked, "When are you gonna get in the ring with us?" And I'm like, "Y'all are good. Like I'm still taking bumps here."
Y'all ain't gonna hurt me.
Seeing her and just being like, damn, that's like kind of like me. So I would love to wrestle her one day. I always want to wrestle Victoria too, but
I kind of had that in mind for some reason. I was thinking Victoria. I don't know why.
Who was the other person that recently
Suzette
referenced
versus
Victoria?
Victoria makes sense.
Yeah.
and then when I met her, she was the absolute sweetest person in the world. So
It was at Black Wrestle Fest. Tyrese from SE Scoops mentioned that Victoria was one of his favorites growing up. That's crazy. I didn't realize people rock with Victoria like that. I was a Victoria fan.
I met her at WrestleCade, and she was just the sweetest.
Damn.
And she was someone I always wanted to meet. And then I always loved like the bigger girls, the tougher girls, the taller girls. I was always, a bigger girl. So.
Well, I was gonna ask, as a would Victoria be somebody you would pattern your style after as a wrestler?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the pretty face and like.
That again, that's why, because Victoria, she was a little mean. Like she wasn't, just gonna do moves. She would, if she saw she could get an elbow in the small of your back, she would hit you. That's why I asked if like violence. You know what I mean? Like it's all.
Like, I want to kick ass. Like I'm not out here to smile and have my ass cheeks out. I'm out here to fight. Like that's.
She trying to beat ass.
I mean.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Suzette, Hit Club Pro. No Regrets.
Yes, sir.
July 29th, 2020. We got to get it.
Friday.
That's a Friday.
It is
I feel like July's going to be insane.
Yes.
It's already starting.
Clown posse.
It's already starting.
I was trying to tone it down.
We already
after this month. And July already, it's too much going on July. It's stuff going on in August. It's and it's all black.
We're gonna fly the white boy in. No, like the actual white boy.
Him.
Yeah.
Him.
That Greensboro, that sound like a flight and stuff.
We down there.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I've never been to North. Have I been to Greensboro?
We need all the info.
You've probably been to Charlotte or like.
I've been to Charlotte.
I've been to Charlotte and Greensboro.
We getting the info when you leave, right?
Yeah.
You could bring a bottle.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I wasn't gonna ask.
Ooh.
I'm asking, and she said yeah.
I'm gonna bring one anyways. I know y'all got the Henny.
See?
Gourmet Henny.
Look, again.
I'm like, y'all don't even have regular Henny. Y'all be having like Hennessy Black and
privilege.
XO, like what?
He's privileged.
Listen, we just need the information. All we need is the information.
What's the address and how much?
That's it. We there.
4061 Federal Drive. I got y'all.
Suzette, thank you for coming through. It's a month before the pay-per-view. It would be dope if we could figure something else out to have either you or some folks involved in No Regrets back on the pod at some point. But again, I want to hold you up too much. I appreciate you. Of course, if you need anything.
No, thank you. I appreciate you guys having me.
You know what it is. You already know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, whatever it is you out there doing, kill it.
Facts.
I'm gonna get this bag real quick.
You already know.
I love it. All right, Suzette, you ain't got to go home, but I'm gonna kick you out of the chat. It's been real.
Peace.
Peace. All right, we got a show.
The chat.
Now they don't care anymore.
Turn the hell up. I'm glad Rock wasn't here.
I'm glad Rock wasn't here. Because goddamn. But you can see there's some people they just don't know how to. You gotta
shout out to Chris Brown. That's my guy.
Wait, The Chris Brown? Not
Yes,
Chris
of course.
Brown.
Of all the episodes, Rock's like, I was late to this one.
Rock's
Shout
gonna
out
be
to
pissed.
Banks.
It's like in Major League when he's like, I've been cut already.
Hey, we tell you on 8:35 every Thursday. If you miss it, you miss it.
Shout out to work.
Shout out, Matt. We'll talk about work in a set. We're gonna get this from motherfucking show started. Black Rasslin Podcast. Let's go.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed part of All-Star Wrestling.
I'm always fascinated with Matt. Felt like he was about to start rapping during the intro. Welcome back to the Black Rasslin Podcast.
Is this nigga Alfred Hitchcock?
Clearly, God is still working on us. As always, it's your boy Khal, representing rockthedub.com, the Black Rasslin Podcast, and all points in between. As you can see, the squad minus Mimi, salute to Mimi.
Salute
is
to
on the
Mimi.
line.
Mother of the
Salute
decade,
to
shouts
Mimi.
out to Mimi.
Facts. Fam, please say what's good to the people, yo.
They say the measure of a man can be seen by the company he keeps. And apparently, for about 5 years, I've been slipping. Heel Fam 79 on your social media of choice. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
I love it. This nigga got on the too tight house room.
Khal. I never hear them disses they try to point out to me. But it's whatever if somebody want to make it a thing. Khal.
It's true. We don't be in them spaces.
Them haters walk by, they try to stab you when they hug you. Khal.
It's true. It is true.
Khal.
They be stabbing over Nike.
But the haters bringing me and my people closer, actually. Khal.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I say hats off. Full valiant effort. But we ain't never flinched for a second. We got our shit together at Math Damon.
That is for 4 years.
Damon.
BRP 50, you know.
Damon.
What's up, Drip?
Davis, aka Drip, the J White Boy of BRP, the sensitive lover boy, the future BRP predictions champion, but most importantly, shout out to the droplets.
Yo, this nigga back there looking like motherfucking Terminator X.
Terminator X. Terminator X. Drip, when you said you were the sensitive lover boy, I figured you were going to be like, honestly, never mind. But you haven't worked that into your intro yet?
Not yet, no.
No, you don't fuck with that.
Falling back on.
I'm sorry, are you a white?
All white?
What's up, Zell?
Wait, Zell's in the building? Zell, I gotta try a margarita.
Not I.
A margarita?
Not I.
I just gotta figure out if I can get the spiked lemonade in the can. That shit look good. A margarita?
Nothing.
I don't have a clear yeah, I mean, no.
Mine's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
I got this one.
Brother Zell
I got this
from
one,
Body
bud.
More Bottles definitely has a refined palate. Respected that man.
I got
No,
this
he's
one.
definitely respected. He's respected around the world.
And I got this one. Actually, I picked up the cup over the weekend at Black Wrestle Fest. Shouts out to no disrespect to Zell, but the Tipsy Geek.
Oh, that's disrespect.
He was the only person selling liquor in the Black Wrestle Fest. Somebody said it had 3 different type of rum in it. I don't know that. I drank the drink during the women's panel, and that shit was it hit me off lovely, and I loved it.
I thought you was about to start rapping.
I mean, that's the only line I could think of in the time frame. No, but I did want to salute. Matter of fact, it was a number of people who I got to run into on Saturday at Black Wrestle Fest in Brooklyn, in like the heart of Brooklyn. Danielle, Pretty Heels pulled it off. But I got, shouts out to the whole Job of Tears was there, including Izzy, who be in the chat. I got to talk to Izzy. I know Izzy got a lot of ideas. One of these days he's gonna pull off his hip hop podcast. It's gonna be a problem. Shouts out Brian H. Waters. Dr. D was in the building. Again, Tyrese from SE Scoops. It was a dope panel we had. Krista and Queen PR from Those Wrestling Girls, and Cinda was there as well. Storyline Tees, Corey with a K. Keeks, I got to meet Keeks in the flesh. I got to see Backstage Brawl as well as Jay Bougie. One of these days I'm gonna put up this video. They was talking about getting the right chopped cheese order, and the man from Backstage Brawl was talking about some type of spicy mayo situation, which I don't think they be having it anywhere. It's just the regular Haji spots. Again, Pizza the Tipsy Geek. Nick Shin was in the building. Steph Hardy Wrestling Podcast was in the building. I got to see Spice Spiegel, Black Girl Magic going on in August at the same spot. I think Vaughn's in the chat. Vaughn, he was in the building. He said he rocked with the merch, man. Vaughn said, I got my merch and I was able to be at Mania with the Black Rasslin merch, and he said that was clutch. So salute to him. He was there in the building. Check his podcast out.
Matt was rocking with that pizza.
A whole piece of pizza. Matt rocking with the pizza like he was when he was at my compound.
Don't forget, BRPizza coming soon.
Wait, the margarita and the BRPizza?
With the Hennessy crust.
Wait, Vaughn was
Hennessy stuffed crust.
Vaughn, the Victorious Ones podcast was in the building. I did not see the Shane Taylor match in the flesh, Matt. I was there on Saturday. Sunday was the actual pro wrestling. What I saw on the timeline, though, Shane Taylor was vicious.
That's a big right hand.
That's a Domino's.
Yeah, my kids like Domino's. My kids like specific
I only get
pizza.
Domino's because it delivers.
Oh, yeah.
My kids like specific pizza at specific times. Like the homemade joint.
Wait.
It's on Fridays.
Because I know you got you had when it's pro wrestling time, Matt will hit the Chinese spot. He's got to order for the Chinese, but that's just like a regular Chinese take. You don't have like a regular Italian pizza spot.
Yes,
but the kids want Domino's.
No, it's specific times. Like they'll say, can we get the spot that we go to and shit. And specific times they say, can we get Lido's? Today they was like, I was like, well, shit, we about to hop on. Do y'all want Domino? They like, yes, we want Domino.
Yeah.
I'm like, bet it's delivering. Because those places don't deliver.
Them pizzas be small though. Them slices,
but they be $5.
They do be cheap. Nah, Domino's pizza is very economic. Extremely.
I'm about to eat this whole bitch.
You got a whole hole right there.
There's a whole bitch right here.
BRPizza is the name of the episode, I think. I don't think this gonna be anything else.
Hey man, Ilfan790 social media.
I was watching at the end of Black Wrestle Fest that Saturday. there was a whole fight that broke out between Marquis and Jabbatir. So niggas was literally fighting outside of this this in the middle of Brooklyn. It's amazing.
I was about to say, from the man that loves violence,
peep game. So I was already on like some. It's 3:30ish. I got to get back. Like I knew at a certain point I had to start getting in the Uber because it was already going to be 2 hours to get home. So I'm standing by. I was talking to Izzy. Izzy got a lot to say about this Kendrick album. At some point, we got to have a conversation about the Kendrick album because he said he'd been writing about it. But we were talking. On the show. When I tell you an individual, I don't know who it was, but he came. He was like, "Yo, shit going down." He said something.
Never.
And outside you hear yo. I have my phone and I'm trying to get the shit and Ruthless Lala's out there again. The whole Jabbatir South, Zika's out there with the title. He clocked my man in the face. He on the ground, laid out. He get back up. They bust him in the head with a whole water bottle or a gallon of water. It was pandemonium.
Did you enjoy it?
And I loved it. And I loved it.
Nigga, you need therapy.
Why?
Yo, I really thought that Khal was going to try to introduce Suzette to Soft White Underbelly her first time on the show. Like, no, you can't.
I'm honestly trying to, because I don't know Suzette. I just see Suzette in pictures.
Khal said, y'all gotta stop scaring the hoes at
like
wrestling
violence?
events. And then he was me like, Suzette, do you like violence?
Because, again,
you just contradicted.
But what did she say?
Your previous point. She said no, really.
She said not up close.
But she said if she was a pro wrestler, she would have been Victoria. She wanted to beat some ass. I was just trying to understand what type of pro wrestling fan she is. That was a match. Wait, Vaughn said that with that Prolific versus Jabbatir South was match of the night. That was what that fight was essentially what led to that battle the next day. But it was dope to be out in again. Me and Brian H. Waters was out there. Keeks was out there, being in a space full of black creatives, and then a whole fucking fight break out. That's pro wrestling. I don't know. I enjoyed my time. Hopefully, there's a lot of different conventions and again, No Regrets is hitting North Carolina in July. There's a lot of shows and everything. If you're trying to be outside, hit one of these indie shows. You legit never know what's
out there, bitch.
You gonna eat a whole pizza.
Yup. Bind us together.
One of these days.
Bind us.
All right.
Bind us together. You talking about them guts, nigga. You got to be bound up, nigga.
All that goddamn cheese. Cheese sandwich eating ass. Chat, we're going to need y'all help because, we need your help because we're about to hit 1K. But we need y'all to help us hit 1K. And B, when we hit 1K, we got to do something. I don't know if it's going to be all of us getting Domino's pizza.
No, it's not. I'm not eating that.
That's what I'm saying. But we got, is it going to be some type of mukbang? Like, what do y'all want to do when BRP hits 1K on the YouTube?
I think we got to sit and plan that one off. I think that's worth the sit down.
We're going to be hitting big 1,000 numbers on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter in the very near future. So we may have to plan out a couple of things.
I still have the idea for a 24-hour pod. Like,
yeah,
I'm never doing that.
All right, realistically, out of the five of us, what's the day where we could all sit down and do an attempt at I will do 24 hours or as close to 24 hours as I can. I'm gonna have to sleep at some point.
This is what we'll do. Improv. We'll do.
This is when we'll be watching
niggas on the
it'll be if you're not subscribed to Patreon, you may not know what the Black Watch is, but it would be like Black Watch episodes live. We would be watching like rap battles. Like I think there's a lot of content we would be able to consume, but I think we would.
4 hours I'll be here. I'll take a plane ride, show up in.
We may watch a whole pay-per-view. We may. We could do a 1K special.
We too old to do the gritty, Ken Lewis.
Yeah, we don't know about all that. But we could take suggestions from our patrons on certain things they may want within reason. Within reason.
Best of Cody Rhodes. You can't even get 10 minutes of a Best of Cody Rhodes.
Thank you, Books. Thank you, man, Books. I appreciate anybody hitting the like button on our video. Shouts out to the supporters out there. Again, salutes to Black Wrestle Fest. Hopefully, in the future. I did want to because again we were at Fam asked a question earlier tonight. I believe it was Fam. You asked a question about Rocker, or it was King Trady asked about Rocker Stone Cold. At towards the end of the panel at Black Wrestle Fest, Sir, I don't know what prompted the question, but Sir Wilkins said, in terms of cultural importance in pro wrestling,
That's tough.
Stone Cold or The Rock? Out the blue.
That one's tough because I think both have impacts, but there's an impact that The Rock has on pro wrestling as a whole that people don't talk about, and I don't know if it's a good thing. He took one of the most protected moves in pro wrestling and made it a signature, and I think pro wrestling followed suit after that. That some of the most protected finishers in the history of pro wrestling were used. I'm talking about the DDT, of course. They were used after Rock as like just regular moves. It was when people started moving away, like they didn't. If it wasn't their finish, it didn't matter anymore. And now everybody does everything. It's why there's a Canadian Destroyer every segment on AEW television. It's
why Riddle is so over, because he's doing like Orton tributes every damn match. But anyway.
But so yeah, I think that's a tough call. I might go Rock both ways.
I said Stone Cold, and I got flack for that, but I wasn't.
Both ways this month.
I was about to say, I'm just like,
no. Hey, no pause, June.
Hey, Rock as in general, and Rock specifically to Brother Cal question.
It's interesting because there's like it's certain things like I brought up, 316 day, where like literally 316 that's essentially a damn near a holiday in the WWE. Dr. D said, "Yeah, I see that, and I raise you WWE Smackdown." You know what I mean? I think there's some really interesting parallels between the two in terms of the marks they've left on the world of pro wrestling. But Krista B, fact.
Sharpshooter. I thought you were talking about the sharpshooter, fam. I forgot about the DDT part.
Krista B was very serious about The Rock. Keeks was really big on Stone Cold, but
that's Texas.
She's from Texas.
It was very much but I mean, again, because people were, Krista B was like, The Rock really started from the bottom. You got to see him progress. But I saw Stone Cold. I saw Stone Cold do the same thing, so but again, the conversation really much said their careers were very much more parallel than you realize. Even if Stone Cold kind of blew up,
that's why
crazy, and then The Rock kind of blew up crazy. But it's interesting.
When Austin was injured, The Rock took that spot. When Austin came back, he was still bigger than The Rock, but The Rock was bigger than everyone other than Stone Cold is the thing. And you see, it helped that The Rock was able to come back year after year, even when it was just guest appearances were Austin. Like he would too, but The Rock still had the hope of like this guy might give us another match. Or Stone Cold, it was always kind of like he can't until this year they finally pulled it off, and that's why it was a bigger deal. And who knows if The Rock has like the same urge to get back in the ring now after seeing what Stone Cold did. I mean, but The Rock had that mini run in 2011 through 2013.
At Black Wrestle Fest, they said, that Rock Roman storyline is cooking, and people want that. So,
boiling.
I outside of that, I don't know what the situation is, and I think the other thing is like Stone Cold was able to make a Kevin Owens end of the WrestleMania situation feel like a big deal. I think you could probably go to the well with Stone Cold a lot more than you could with The Rock, but who knows? Either way, it's I saw Peep saying it was neck and neck, and I think it's a lot closer than I was first thinking about it. It was a dope question, really good question. Shouts out to work Wilkins for that.
What was Stone Cold a rip?
What you mean in terms of everybody choosing Stone Cold?
Nah, his character. Was it a rip?
No.
It wasn't.
Mm-mm.
The best part of the character, like the drinking the beer and shit, and being defiant.
Of who?
I don't know.
Oh,
The
the
beer part
Sandman.
is the Sandman for sure.
That was the rumor, like, because he. Well, I mean, that's the whole thing about ECW in the Attitude Era is like we were doing all this stuff, and then they took it and put it on the main.
But well, I guess the thing is
Again, they had Cactus Jack, and then Mankind does.
but even outside of that,
Guy.
the beer thing wasn't as prominent early on
For who?
for Stone Cold.
Right.
Stone Cold was able to establish himself as a star, and then the beer element became a part of
Is
it.
that a fact?
Stone Cold serial
That's
killer.
a
and
fact.
then
I'm saying I think Sandman was adding beer to his gimmick earlier than Stone Cold, but that's because he would be drunk during a match.
Hey, listen, we not. That doesn't matter.
I'm just saying because at a certain point, Stone Cold was doing the match and said, "Hey, give me a beer. We done with the match." Sandman said, "Oh, we got a match tonight."
Hey, look,
That's
you ain't gonna
not
get
the-
much in ring. However, enter
And yeah. And I only know that because he would talk about, I was blacked out this entire match. Look at
this
me.
whole time.
I didn't know what was going on for about 15 minutes in this match because he would be on types of whatever ECW.
I'm just asking because I mean, it looks identical.
I would say similar. I definitely wouldn't say identical.
I would say, I mean, if you want to say it looked away, but again, I think it wasn't even a part of like Stone Cold shtick early on.
yeah, that's what I was
Is
trying
that
to say.
a fact?
Yeah, I think it was one of those things that was born out of defiance
Right.
after the
that
Mr.
was his
McMahon stuff was
version.
cooking.
That was
Right?
when John Cena stopped rapping and became like the ultimate babyface. Stone Cold being the serial killer, like I'm gonna hurt you, I'm gonna do this and that, and becoming like the beer drinking defiant employee is John Cena's the ultimate babyface. Because he was the one like Bret Hart, like he would use kind of those promos, and he was like the Stone Cold serial killer, like Brian Pillman, and then that's not the same guy a year and a half later when he's kicking Vince McMahon's ass every week.
Check it.
When did he start drinking?
Oh, that's gonna be a heck of a find if you
hell of a
find
check.
it.
Right.
But so I'm gonna be honest. In most non-black wrestling circles, right? The IWC as a whole,
right.
You get Stone Cold as the answer more times than not. And I believe that is because Luke Skywalker had to have Darth Vader. And there isn't a better heel in professional wrestling ever than Vincent Kennedy McMahon in real life after this week. And
Currently.
anyway,
Hey.
Shorty, when they put that nigga with goddamn
Leave with it.
Put a D4L.
Hold on, let me all right.
That's facts, Tony.
But
We're saying kind of around 99.
But yeah, he had Vince McMahon, and that's why he gets the credit, you know what I'm saying, and the merch thing.
Yeah.
Those are, I think, his two imprints, his Vince McMahon beef and his 316 has him up there high.
It's again, looking at it, it's one of those things where I go Stone Cold first, but I understand if someone says
the other way.
The Rock. I mean, it's really 1A, 1B, depending on how your allegiances lie. They had Vince McMahon dropping down with Sting.
Yeah. They had. Listen. Yeah, they've been the Vince joints have been ridiculous.
I knew it was going to happen, and again, waking up the next day and seeing all types of nonsensory in the timeline. Yeah, internet.
Yeah, the internet be winning. The internet smooth be winning.
Stays undefeated. stays undefeated. I'm sorry.
So while you are looking for that,
This.
I'm not. Oh my Lord!
He looks like he's dancing. Hey, nigga, say hey, y'all. Yeah, he looks like he's about to bust a move.
Hey, y'all, nigga, say hey, y'all is hilarious.
Wait, Drip. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna say, do you prefer this or this?
Hey,
Like, which
yo.
This or this? Because that's it for the memes this week. I mean,
one's not a meme. One's just real life.
That's facts.
Wait. Oh, nah, you're right. One is real life. Because I actually did.
Looking for that spear. Oh, caught the trash can.
Say he thought whiteness was in the rest of that can. Huh? Hey, guys.
Looking for that spear. Oh, caught the trash can.
He had the white shoes and white pants. See,
yeah, he was white.
He got caught in the trash can. He got caught in the trash can.
Yeah, he almost made it.
Caught in the trash can.
He got caught in the trash can.
There is like a joke. It's not even really a joke, but like, no.
You trying to find?
Y'all ever watch Empire? Yo?
No, not that.
Looking for that spear.
I'm sorry.
Sam Callahan. Hey, man, I'm tired of you, man. Go on, get in here, man.
What a terrible episode. Because all right, at that time,
that was the first episode.
It was mad early into I was live tweeting the show. The reaction online when
Why were you doing that?
I worked at a place where they was trying to get engagement for whatever, and the first season of Empire, everybody cared.
That was a great first season.
I'm sorry, what?
Empire?
I only saw that episode.
Looking for that spear.
Empire really didn't get bad to like third season when
that's
when
I saw.
Caught in the trash can.
She had a monkey. Yeah, she had a monkey suit on. It was
caught
wild.
in the trash can.
They were doing some wild.
Oh, he caught in the trash can.
Looking for that spear. Caught the trash can.
Again.
Looking for that spear. Caught the trash can.
The fact that the white man says he's looking for the spear and is caught in the trash can is absolutely insane. Insane.
Happy
Juneteenth.
Oh, I was gonna say Happy Juneteenth. I mean, that was a Slammiversary special.
Looking for that spear. Caught the trash can.
Caught in the trash.
Look, just go away. Stop the cam. Stop the cam. Stop it. Just stop the cam.
Caught in the trash can. So,
he got caught in the trash can.
Salutes to Brian H. Waters. Salutes to the A Show. Salutes to Public Enemies. Salutes to Trady and Nicole over at We Love Wrestling. We've been doing a lot of conversations.
Salute to Zell, because Zell wanted us on. I'm gonna make it on there, Zell.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Zell was the first person to ask, yo.
Zell.
Oh shoot, we there. Whenever you need us, Zell.
Let's make, because again, this list, the list don't, no matter what math think, the list don't just drop. And then that's it. Like we've been talking. Hopefully y'all been connecting with it. At some point in the link in the description, I'll put all these conversations we've been having.
We had the list, the articles.
Mm-hmm.
The
Shouts to Andreas Hale. Shouts to Andreas Hale.
The artwork, the videos, and then all this. Yeah, the press tour.
It's been a lot. The top 10 reveal. Yeah, there's been a lot of is there anything that we've left unsaid? Is there anything that you guys haven't gotten off y'all chests about the BRP 50 before we get into anything else?
I mean, I keep saying it just because I haven't said it on our platform. The list is not, everybody has a favorite. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has the folks they don't like. You know what I'm saying, Cal?
I can't help it.
Hey, there's someone in the top 10 who I think we all were like,
I can't help it. I can only be me.
What I always say is, or what I've been saying is, it is the year, not the wrestler. So if that nigga could put a Dragon Lily Spiderfly move, you know what I mean, suicida monkey drop, it don't matter. If he wasn't pushed to the moon this year, he's gonna be under some of the folks that could only throw punches and kicks. But you know what I mean, the promoter that they were working for decided that they should have a good year. So just be worried that it's the year, it's not the worker.
Shouts to Black and Al Saber for holding a whole tournament for the vacated spot on the BRP.
Andreas Hell.
Andreas Hell was in there throwing all types of fucking punches on these. Them ends them ends wasn't letting them get that title though.
I think obviously the Carmelo Hayes showing love was
Carmelo
dope.
Hayes, Booker T, Willow Nightingale. I mean, there was a lot of retweets, a lot of likes, a lot of quote tweets. And I will say this, I mean, because I've shouted y'all out everywhere else, but I mean, we are on our own platform. Like, I don't take the chat for granted. I don't take the patrons for granted. I don't take anybody who's liked a page, retweeted, like the tweet, whatever the case may be. When certain situations come up, when there are detractors to the list who are speaking things that may sound like nonsense, I don't have to say anything at this point. The people who have been rocking with us understand what we're doing, and I salute a lot of y'all who were on the front line saying, "Hey, chill the hell out. You playing yourself if you're not understanding what's going on here." I mean, that means more to me than anything. Any type of, retweet from a big name, anything like that. The fact that the people who rock with us understand what we're doing and are out there and ready to be like, look, check yourself, because it's not that type of party when you're going to Black Rasslin. Like, that means more to me than anything. So salutes to y'all for real for being out there and rocking with us like that. Hopefully, if y'all have any thoughts on the BRP 50, I guess drop them in the chat. We could address them when we want.
Yeah, at math for all.
At math game on your social media.
And I said this the other day when I think it was with Brian H. Waters, that when I looked at the list, I think he asked like, who would you like take out? I'm like, I think it's a perfect list.
It's tough.
Actually, like, look at it in whole, which is like why when I made those videos, it's like these are people who in the next 5 years will dominate, or who on the tail end of their peak.
Right.
But who knows?
Right.
But maybe Bobby Lashley still has 5 more great years left in him. But like, he's had a hell of a run last year and this year. But again, you see Dante Martin, who wasn't on the list last year, is on the list this year. Again,
Dante Martin, Willow Nightingale, Carmelo Hayes. Like, I love
Brian Keith and Mysterious Huey. Shout them out. And North Texas Pro had said, it's awesome to have 2 of our kind of like pillars in their promotion on the list.
You sound like Booker T right now.
Hey man, thank them people for getting busy.
Facts. It's dope that we're in a time where we can see a lot of dope Black pro wrestlers be able to have that type of shine in whatever fed, and then be able to make those types of moves in the eyes of people like us.
And then the number one wrestler is probably the best wrestler in the world. That's what helps at the end of the day. Is like when I was making that video, it's like, look at all the clips you can get of this woman doing everything everywhere.
Big Mike.
Shouts to Mimi for the we had 2 covers. We had like a throwback cover, and I like to look at this as kind of like the modern cover.
This is fire.
It's
that
super
looks
fire.
like Black excellence.
Facts.
This is fire.
And
if we would have this is fire.
Shit again. It's one of those things where 4 years in, we couldn't just put pictures up on Instagram and say, "Hey, this is the list." Like, you got to step things up. That Andreas Hale knocked it out the park with the piece he did.
We slowly but surely putting them pieces together and moving motherfuckers up out our way. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. I said this shit like 6-7 months ago. Said, son, when Juneteenth comes, you're gonna get knocked out of the way.
Or at the very least, you got to level up. If you're
Next
going
year,
to
next year, the wrestlers are going to say their rankings themselves, like Sunday Night Football, like Ricky Starks, number 6, like
BRP number 6. That's all I need to hear.
Number 6. Shout out to all my niggas at 7-Eleven. Yo, if once like the bar, we reset the bar. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. This is the first thing I said about it. We reset the bar, and you have to follow it.
Right.
Yeah, just get drunk at it. It'd be cool.
That too. But then you got to drink with us.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah. On that note,
Big Mike, what's up, babe?
Definitely have people fighting the wall like that. They be like, "Why did I let these things? All I wanted was a Coca-Cola." He said, "Drink this out of the book bag." I drank it. And then
drink this out.
I was
Drink out the book bag, yo.
See, you see, but you see
or
again.
anything that Gene Cena hand you. Don't do that.
Nah, but you see, I asked Suzette. Nigga said, "Don't eat work." What Suzette say? Y'all Negroes like Hennessy.
We wasn't asking Susan.
But again.
hey, yo, come on, don't do that. You can't. We don't allow.
Yeah,
we won't allow that, Ken Lewis.
Nah,
You,
we don't allow that kind of shit.
if you say you can drink with drip, that means you can drink with me.
Right. Don't just walk up into the ring and talk about I could beat Glass Joe. Nigga, everybody could, no disrespect, drip, but everybody could beat Glass Joe. He don't drink like that.
He don't drink.
Hey, nigga, call me goddamn Soda Pop Pesky, nigga.
That is the thing about me and again Black Irish is that we're the tier right below straight edge. It's like,
listen,
as an Irishman, mind you.
But that's again, that's the irony. Like,
I tell you this. I'm telling you this now, and I'm telling Black Irish the same.
Fact.
WrestleMania, Los Angeles. The whole Drip family is getting trashed. The whole Drip family is trashed.
Not Big Drip and Little Drip.
Big Drip, Little Drip getting trashed.
Wait, getting trashed?
Looking for that spear. Oh, caught the trash can.
See, this is the thing. My job is to say, oh, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, look, this thing also just happened. Y'all get mad at me about Mexicans got on boots, but I mean, look.
Oh, man.
Dynamite,
you know what it is
going to be coming by Minnesota next August.
I know, Big Mike. I know where you is, baby.
I ain't gonna lie. I've had a drink. Have I got drunk? I gotta get drunk with Zell. You know what I mean?
That wasn't the New Japan show?
Well, we didn't get drunk out there, drunk, because we had to come all the way back from DC.
Yeah, because they had to drive back.
What about when he got all the pizzas?
No, we was.
Nigga said getting moved. Wait, go back to that comment. Go back to that comment.
Looking for that spear. Oh, caught the trash can.
So getting moved, and you all just stepped right over. I'm like, all right.
Yo, that's it. That is the name.
That's getting moothed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that people had things to say and then they.
By the way, I don't know.
I'm
gonna cut you off right there. I want you to know, if you've been watching this a very, very long time, that things are going very bad. If Khal says it's not my fault,
it's not my fault.
I swear to you, every time he says it, things are going horribly.
It's not my fault. It's literally not my. All weekend, all I did was take notes. Oh, you had something to say? You retweeted something?
Say something.
It's not. I mean, it was almost like a curse.
Relax.
It's not like the Lil B curse, but it definitely looked like. I mean, people was losing championships. They long time homies wasn't even trying to slap their hand when they was walking down the ramp. Niggas was
looking for that spear. Oh, caught the trash can.
That's just life imitating art, or art.
No, I mean, look, it's just funny how things work. That's the post-mortem on the BRP 50 for 2022. Again, blackwrestling.com. You can see the whole list over there. On the YouTube, there is we broke down the top 10.
Yo,
So,
getting moothed is
getting moothed. That's it. That's definitely the
Hey, yo,
name of
I
that.
want that to I want them to say that on the other stuff. Like,
He got moved. He got moved.
y'all want to take something? Take that. Like,
Take that.
take.
You want to take something? Take that.
Yeah, whole time.
Look at that art right there. I'm sorry. Anyway,
That's the ultimate record scratch. Like, well, I asked him to take me off the list.
Oh wait,
This happened.
drip. Is it? This is the moment where I
You
realized
wondering
my
how,
life.
you wondering how it wound up here.
Yeah.
My life wasn't always in the dumpster.
Is that how the movie starts?
And
That's
all
that-
goes
that-
back
this is the
to
beginning of the movie.
2020.
As long as I can remember, I always wanted to be a white man.
As far back as I can remember. Mom, my shoes, aren't they great?
God, you look like a gangster. No, I'm sorry.
And he said, I know. Like,
Oh shit!
Now on a Friday night, I Smackdown. I had to watch. Well, I mean, they said that Roman Reigns was going to be on TV, so I said, "Oh, I'm watching." Oh, I gotta watch. I'm sorry, he jumped off the steps, but I had to watch Roman Reigns wrestling on television. Had a good match with Riddle. Again, like I mentioned, Riddle was doing a lot of Randy Orton tribute stuff. The whole nine. That's his thing.
Hey, let me say something real quick.
Good.
We had this discussion last week,
Good.
and I was telling brother Justin from A Show that Riddle is not ready. Riddle does not look like he's going to take that belt anytime soon. He hops on Twitter the next day and said, I told the Black Wrestling niggas that the nigga wasn't ready. No, nigga, don't you take my words out of context, nigga. I said he wasn't ready to win the championship. He wasn't ready for us to believe he was. Don't tell half the truth, baby. It's on the tape. They go back to the tape, champ.
You gotta
Please
go
don't
back.
twist my words.
Go
Please.
back to the tape. Go back
Please.
to the tape.
I be concise.
And
Wait. What does precise mean?
That time I
He
said
said
concise.
concise.
However, what it means is
what does
don't.
concise mean?
It mean don't lie on me, nigga.
Concise definition. I just want to put the definition.
giving a lot of information clearly and in few words, brief but comprehensive.
Damn. Trip got it.
Similar, short, brief, succinct, to the point, short and sweet, crisp, condensed.
Don't lie on me, nigga.
Nah, fact.
Concise.
So at the end of the night,
But there are always people who
Pizza party.
this is BRPizza. Brock Lesnar's back. Y'all happy?
That dang pizza party.
I think this is the 7th main event.
Hey, Chuck, they met their numbers. What are you going to do tomorrow? Give them pizza.
I think they were
again.
just saying 7th one-on-one because don't forget they had the Fatal 4-Way. The Seth Rollins cash-in technically counts as a triple threat.
Hey, drip. Can you do the? I'm sorry. Can you check the date? How long has it been since Seth Rollins cashed in?
That's almost, it's almost 7 years, 7.5 years.
Huh?
Why?
Are you trying to say y'all don't get tired of this shit?
No, wait. Well, no, I guess my question, because I think people are tired of it, but I guess my question is, they've been teasing Roman and Seth so long, and Seth is on fire right now. Seth can't do any wrong. He can't do any wrong right now. What are they waiting for? Why not do that
And
now?
win Money in the Bank.
But I mean, like, if I'm assuming Seth isn't the guy that they want to dethrone Roman Reigns.
Ah, shit, Matt. I didn't think about that really because now they're going to recreate it.
This is what I'm
Right.
trying to tell you.
It's a last man standing match, so it's like.
But why not just why not do that right now? It's a storyline. They're in different places in their career. Are they waiting for something with Seth, or they just don't want to do
They're
it?
gonna let Brock get his lick back. Is that what they're gonna do?
Nah, Seth gonna cash in.
Seth can't be the guy.
Seth
I mean,
gonna
Brock
cash
can't
in.
be the guy.
Seth gonna cash in on Brock
Yeah.
And win on Brock this time.
and win on Brock this time.
Man,
Hey, you're saying he cashes in on Brock? So you're saying Brock's going to beat Roman?
No, you remember how he cashed in last time, right?
No, break it down.
He cashed in on Roman. On Roman.
He got the pin on Roman.
He got the pin on Roman.
during Brock and Roman's match.
Oh, you're right.
But don't forget, this is the last man standing match, so it's like Brock would have to win, and that Roman's not taking the pinfall L, so
He's not
it's
taking
not
the
that bad.
But that you're saying they're
So
still
like
going to
soon-
take the belt. Wait, you're saying they're still going to take the belts off of Roman.
Brock can barely like get up and like hold both belts, and like Seth Rollins will come down, hit him with the briefcase, curb stomp, curb stomp, curb stomp.
I just don't know if I believe that they're going to take the titles off of Roman.
Yeah, I was thinking
He ain't gonna take the
2015,
pin.
so like,
It's a way to do it, but that's a way to do it if you want Roman to not be champion. I don't know if they're ready for Roman to not be
Is it
champion.
for both titles? And can you cash in for both titles?
No, I think
That's a very good question.
They're splitting these titles up by the end of the summer.
So
I
we
think
can
they
only
have
cash
to.
in for one.
They
It's
have-
gonna be
But I think the thing is if you want Roman Reigns to stay a dominant champion, but you also want to have a championship main event, he can't have both titles. So they got to figure that out at some point.
I think you can give Seth both, and you can do what they did. Remember when he was again same year, 2015, he was U.S. champ, WWE champ. He had 2 matches back to back. He lost the belt to Cena, and then he beat Sting. Like that's how they can pull off this whole him holding 2 belts. Like he can lose one to Drew.
They're gonna do that though.
They could.
They could.
Yeah.
what's it? That's SummerSlam, right?
Yeah. In July.
SummerSlam.
It's an early SummerSlam.
Drip, can you do me a favor? I'm asking
Stat
you a bunch,
man.
but I'm asking you a bunch. But how many months is it between SummerSlam and Royal Rumble?
6 months, yeah, because that was January. Yeah.
It's about 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble is around the time that Cody Rhodes comes back, right?
See ya. That's the road to WrestleMania. That's the road to WrestleMania.
Which Seth is the champion?
That's the road to WrestleMania.
Shit right itself.
Yeah. That's what they've been building toward. They probably would be going there now if Cody was all right. Because that's a real that was where they were going. That's why we're having to go back to Brock because they've exhausted all other options because everybody's fucking in. Even Kylie Watson.
Because
Kylie Watson came back. Everybody's injured right now, is what I'm saying on the general. So WWE.
I'm saying like there is Bobby Lashley. There is
True.
You know,
You're right, but I it's clear. The thing is, Drip. It's clear that if they felt like they could do the Bobby Lashley thing right now, they would do it. Like they're making a lot of moves to go around healthy people. So obviously that either they aren't ready to have Roman drop the title, or they're waiting for somebody who isn't active right now to be active so they can make that move. You feel what I'm saying? Like if it meant nothing, Roman wouldn't be holding the titles. You know, they would have let the titles go at some point. But he's got those titles for a reason. It feels like they're waiting for whatever the right competitor, the right moment to say, all right, Roman, you're gonna release these titles. We're gonna get to that next chapter.
which is what Brock was doing, and that's what I was trying to say last week. Is like he's in the Brock role of like I'm not gonna drop these titles until there's someone to drop the title for at the right moment.
He said that though, but it's.
But he'll go up and give you like Samoa Joe, Brock Lesnar had that great match at Great Balls of Fire. Roman Reigns will still do that right now until again, is it Drew McIntyre? Is it Bobby Lashley? Is it?
But again, I think Drip. The thing is anybody you mention right now is not the guy. It's not the guy. Roman said this a couple years ago. I mention it every now and again. He said that I'm going to be on top of that mountain until there's somebody that's ready to knock me down. If they had that person, I think we'd be seeing that match. we clearly can't because we're getting Brock Lesnar version, 78 or whatever it is. Like we're going back and we're treading water until they're ready to make that move. Is what it feels like.
I think it's because the guy running the show still is like, what works best? This.
Triple H?
No.
About Vince?
Yeah. Come on.
Well, there is the element of the elephant in the room, the investigation and everything, and the idea of Cena's back, Roman's here. What? See, I didn't even ask for that. Cena's back, Roman's here, Brock's here. Let's do some shit that people want to distract them from everything. You see what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing about that person. I didn't say nothing about that person. It's too late. It was already on the screen.
Because Brock Roman is almost the like, let's just give Charlotte the women's title because there's nothing else we can do.
Yeah, in emergency.
In Vince's mind. But like there's the option of like, why not AJ Styles and Roman Reigns? Like that's something that worked before. It can still work now. Again, it buys you a month and a half. Like if he's not going to win the title, like just put him in a few.
That's what I'm saying. Like what's the plan with Seth? What's the plan with some of these other people? Because they're not pulling those triggers yet.
Nigerian in the bank is crazy.
No, I think the thing with Seth was like we saw how Royal Rumble ended. It's like, so when are they going to pick this back up? And this was clearly the time of Cody being injured. And it's like Brock Lesnar's the choice. It's like, so Seth Rollins is still going to do his shit with nothing to do. Like
I got Seth Rollins, son.
Who got almost?
I originally said almost was going to dethrone Roman Reigns.
Chat. One in the chat if y'all got almost dethroning Roman Reigns. I need to know right now. I'm trying to understand what we're doing. Put your ones in the air. Put your ones in the chat if you got almost beating Roman Reigns for the title. I'm just trying to because everybody, it's real funny.
The thing we forgot last week too was with Randy Orton being injured. Like that really doesn't affect this whole scheme because Randy Orton again at this point is just like plug him in for the world title. He won't win, but he'll be able to carry the feud. Again, they have John Cena coming back on Monday. Let's not forget that.
Zell put the one down.
Seth Rollins is the man that's going to dethrone Roman Reigns.
Why not do it right now?
For one title. You got to drag it out and have everybody miserable.
Because you have to do it with him being dastardly heel. He can't be Roman straight up when it's Tribal Chief and this version of Seth Rollins.
So people shouldn't be mad about this Brock situation because this is just part of...
This is swerve.
What?
Pardon me.
You said
man, what?
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad that we're at that point now, right? And we didn't even do nothing. I was eating pizza and wings. Nigga said, "Take me off your list." That's number 52.
So whenever we hear like Mercy, you're like swerve. Like we can't. I gotta like do earmuffs when you hear that part.
Nah, cuz just put the 52 on him.
Yeah, that's number 52.
He number 52.
No, I'm saying like anytime we hear the word swerve, Justin, you're like ah.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. How I feel about that situation. I think we don't have control of how Buddy acted. Buddy wilded out. It was goofy. But that don't really mess with the integrity of our list.
Facts.
No.
The integrity of our list is ironclad. So I'll say professionally what was done during the year deserved to be on the list. However, he don't deserve the love that is equated with the list. You know what I'm saying? You don't deserve that because you know what I mean? You shied away from it. Cool. We know better now. You know what I'm saying? But it don't take away from the integrity of our list. I'm not going to go back and say because you acted goofy for 15 minutes that we was wrong.
Right.
I'll just say you didn't deserve the love we gave.
He definitely at a certain point tweets.
Or the love that everyone else gave. And you see people were like, again, Carmel Hayes said it was an honor. Ma Renegade said her daughters will be on there next year.
My Renegade say
Hopefully they will. And you see people like, why is no one talking about Darius Carter? And Matt the whole time has been like, he's been right here. You just don't look.
They don't pay attention.
Who said like they'll be higher next year?
I don't know anybody more or less worthy of the love on that list than SGG. Shout out to SGG. Did he win? Did SGG win the Did he win the ladder match?
Yeah, he won the ladder match. Yeah, he had a Dipset shirt on. He had a whole fitting on. Yeah, he
Uptown Malcolm, yo.
Yeah, I was about to say no. SGG didn't win that match. Uptown Malcolm won that match.
It was a tough bout between Kaz and Andreas Hale. Andreas was throwing in bows, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it with the other niggas in the ring. R.I.P. Dave Hebner.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Tim White. I feel like they passed away within days of each other last week.
Yeah.
It was
literally a day apart, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally but it's crazy to think of.
And then Earl had a match. He worked a match.
Yeah.
And then
day
like
was Saturday,
and then Tim White did like Sunday.
Did he? I didn't see that.
Going up to the heavens, after the match.
That's at Slammiversary, yeah.
I feel a lot of us as kids, we remember. The first time I saw Dave Hebner was the whole evil twin situation. I was maybe the first time I saw any type of twin magic situation in pro wrestling, but
that was the first time I saw the twins since Eric and Derek.
It's it's wild to think of how important like referees were back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
When because Earl Hebner was like the important, just like Mills Lane and them in boxing, like the big match.
Son, do you remember the I think it was called WrestleMania, the first game that had like Ted DiBiase and Virgil, and
when they came down in the rings.
When they came down in the rings.
Wrestle Fest.
No. The first one.
The
first one with Big Boss Man and all them on there. When you could be Hacksaw Jim Duggan and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Earl Hebner was the referee.
They were good with getting that. It looked like what I liked about pro wrestling. Yeah, WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. Yeah,
I want that cabinet, yo.
I would love to have.
I'm not spending $5,000 for that cabinet. Hey, work. I know you ain't here. Work. Find one for me. I know you can get a deal, nigga.
What's the cabinet?
The arcade, the whole unit,
the full.
The John you would put quarters into, the whole shit.
Yeah.
Oh, like a peep show.
The video game, nigga. Know how you?
Speaking of peep show, Christian cut a promo. I mean.
Oh wait, hold up.
Oh, the violence.
This nigga said, "Yo, your father's dead. You have a father. He's dead."
That nigga was just watching.
No, he said you had a.
It's what? No, someone asked.
He just was watching Obi-Wan and was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
it's either someone asked, is he the top heel right now in AEW?
Nigga, who knows?
It's
that's
tough.
That's not a hard thing to be, though.
Yes, it is. If MJF is in the company,
that's
but
what
I
I
guess
was about to say. Like it's still
gone. It's because I couldn't say I couldn't
be it. No, you can be it. No, you can be the top.
That promo was hard though. That promo was super. On a night where I had to deal with this.
The promo started out shaky, then it got good.
He was barred up.
He was starting like Edge was with all like you simpletons here in Milwaukee. I know you guys don't understand. It's like
he was walking around with Luke Perry's son and a big dinosaur. He wasn't able to cut promo. This the first promo he's cutting how long? Since he beat Kenny Omega ass? It's been a minute. But he ended up getting it at the end, right?
Yeah. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
I don't know if he's top heel of the company, but I dug whatever.
Okay, because the top heel is still not showing up.
Whatever this situation is, are they wrestling at Forbidden Door?
No.
Do we have a card?
The card, yeah. Let me look it up.
Is the Forbidden Door card final?
You know what I'd like to do, and maybe we can do
Pretty
this,
much.
maybe
What's
we
up?
can do this sometime this week, before the pay-per-view,
Oh.
for the Patreon. I'd like to replace AEW wrestlers with the WWE wrestlers we'd like to see work for Forbidden Door.
All right.
I like
So real quick, Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm for the AEW Women's Title.
Okay.
Will Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy for the IWGP US Heavyweight Title.
That's
Are you
gonna be
hyped for that, Drip?
fire?
Yeah,
That's
that's the
gonna-
drip.
that's
That's
gonna
the
be
drip Miracle
fire.
Whip Classic.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Fire.
A 6-man tag with Eddie Kingston, Shota
Wait, Drip. I'm sorry. I was talking to Math about it the other day. And people saw the damn chops that Dax was giving Will Ospreay in that match the other night. But that
blew up.
that Dax Harwood Will Ospreay match was on
Fire.
Dynamite last week.
Was
That
fire.
shit was ill.
Yeah.
That shit was that's my type of wrestling.
She was fire.
I would watch
Yo,
that.
soon you gonna have to get them they props, man. You gonna have to, son.
FTR. Me.
Dax is at least Dax is my favorite singles wrestler out
Let's
of
not
this.
forget, he was a singles wrestler in NXT before Cash Wheeler came along. That was the thing.
He's good.
Cash Wheeler showed up, and I remember like Scott Dawson was a job guy in NXT until Cash Wheeler showed up, and they
Until
made
his
them the
mans
revival.
Dax.
I don't think they whack. I am just never been excited about him.
That's what I'm saying. I always
I
You can't-
love him.
He's an Arn Anderson type Nick. He's just really good in the ring. There's no flash, no
Arn
nothing.
Anderson, you got a promo.
I
Let's
love
not-
them, yo.
Let's
No,
not
you're
lie about
right.
that.
Well, fam,
four of the greatest wrestlers.
Fam, I will admit, like over the last couple of weeks is the first time I've actually cared about Dax Harwood. I don't think I've actually listened to him cut a
Let's not
promo
forget, y'all were laughing in December when Big Mike called him the Judas Priest guy.
because he was right.
Because it was funny.
And it was facts.
I think that's what Matt was doing. That.
It was funny.
What else is on this card?
So Eddie Kingston, Shota
Yo,
Umino,
Mav looked like
Wheeler
Wood Harris
Yuta.
on the wire between scenes.
Grapes and shit.
and Wheeler Yuta versus. So this is kind of Blackpool Combat Club of Jace versus the Jericho Appreciation Society, which is Chris Jericho, Samuel Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki. That might be a sleeper match as a 6-man tag.
I will
Hey,
be.
listen,
I will be
when I
asleep.
tell you, Minoru Suzuki was extremely entertaining when we saw him down in DC. Yeah,
True.
yeah.
And Shota Umino is the son of Red Shoes the Ref and is John Moxley's like protege.
Oh,
Red Shoes like he smoked mad cigarettes, yo.
Speaking of FTR, they will defend the ROH tag titles versus the United Empire, who will defend the IWGP World Tag titles. And that's Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb against Roppongi Vice in a triple threat winner takes all tag match.
That's the Back to the Future niggas.
No. That was Time Splitters.
That was
Yeah.
time split. You're right.
Yeah.
That's y'all was ready to say that's not Roppongi Vice.
No. Roppongi Vice is Rocky Romero and Trent. That was
Rocky
Trent's
Romero
tag
and-
team before
and
Best
Trent
Friends.
Acid. Best friend.
And now we have who will be the inaugural AEW All Atlantic champ. Pac versus Miro versus Malachi Black, who won on Wednesday. And apparently Ishii is now out. And Clark Connors, who he beat to get in the match, is in.
what?
So
So I'm fairly sure somebody who used to be in WWE is gonna win that title.
Facts.
3 of the 4.
Yo,
so should they call this the former WWE
call that
Tag
jump the
title?
Old Bay. Call that the Old Bay National Championship.
Call
You
it
know what I mean?
The AEW All Atlantic Championship
WWAEW.
at some point. The WWE All Atlantic Champion. There you go.
The They Wasted Me title.
That's it.
Pac. I hope Pac wins
So
that.
wins
wasted
that.
places title.
And announced on Wednesday, Jay White will defend the IWGP World Heavyweight title against Hangman Adam Page,
Oh niggas.
Adam Cole, and the Rainmaker himself, Kazuchika Okada, in a fatal 4.
Math. We was on last night. I don't know how much of it was a joke, but niggas was like, I don't know who Okada is. And
That's
then
pretty- Yeah, come on, don't
Yeah.
do that. Y'all niggas Google for that.
and then I saw that he was in the IWGP match. I'm like, well, I don't know what people are even knowing about this whole pay-per-view at this point.
I that's the worst thing that AEW now. This is I've been going around calling this the real hip hop.
Real
Hip hop.
hip hop.
Yo, them niggas
Hip hop.
have really booked like a bunch of like.
Kyle, you're gonna have to send me this show and Math and Pam, you're gonna have to give me tracks that are real hip hop, and I'm just gonna sync it instead of commentary, and that's gonna be like our BRP cut on the.
We ain't gonna watch it. We still ain't gonna watch it.
Just Google Raucous. Just Google Raucous Records.
3 hours of Raucous.
No, it's like the Smut Peddlers versus Black Star versus Pharaoh Monch and the rest of Organized Confusion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like listen, and these are things I love.
Facts.
However,
hip hop.
Hip hop.
There are some very, very good matches here. But there are some.
It's such a diss, but we love hip hop.
Hip hop.
And what's funny about me who doesn't listen to real hip hop is this
sorry.
card is the shit.
Is it? Do you like that they're putting all these amazing workers in like combination matches with like 50 niggas?
Trash.
I think
there are multiple person matches, right?
That's trash.
Which is what they had. I think the Fatal 4-Way work
matches.
I think the Fatal 4-Way for the IWGP World Title makes sense given Okada might be taking a break after, and Adam Cole is still kind of injured.
It's five multi-person matches, including like trios and tag team.
Yeah, that's again, they're trying to get all the New Japan people they can get on this card. Like you want to see Minoru Suzuki, but like who's gonna put
one?
Yeah, I think the best.
They ain't got no and nothing on it. It's just goddamn.
Oh no.
It's just a nigga in Pro Tools taking all the pro wrestlers. We got all anybody. We can put anybody on Sound Bomb at 15.
Well, here's like a bad example of that. It's the Young Bucks, Hikuleo, and El Phantasmo versus Darby Allin, Sting, Shingo Tadagi, and Hiromu Takahashi. That's a bad example of trying to get all these people in the same match. That's a bad example of that.
Drip.
The best example is like what fan was hyped about, which is Orange Cassidy, Will Ospreay. Like that's the best. That's what this show was supposed to be.
It's gonna be fire.
Yeah, and it feels like with the injury bug and everything else is going on, the matches I wanted to see ain't gonna be able to happen. So
it ain't gonna work.
They had to pull out this.
CM Punk Tanahashi still would have been like it looked good on paper, but we knew it wouldn't have been a good match. Moxley at least will be a better match than.
Again, I had to start the show watching. I didn't want to watch the rest of the show.
That's true. We are forgetting there is ZSJ Zack Sabre Jr. versus.
I rewatched the promo. Zack Sabre Jr.'s promo talking about, I left all these clues and you don't even pick up on it. You dumb.
Said, "Oi, come!"
Like he was ready for that Bryan Danielson match, and then we're just.
Sorry, bro. I'm disagreeing.
I don't know about that. I've seen people say that. I'm not convinced on the invasion angle, but
go up one. Nah, that's not it. Because we know Okada.
Yeah, we know Okada.
Just don't want to see Okada in that mix
in a 4-person match. Like it would make a lot more sense if you wanted to
think about Okada. Okada had no idea how to do a run because he got in there and he's like, "Am I supposed?"
Okada not working.
I throw hands.
Okada wants to know.
I don't do this in Japan.
Who's the guy I'm wrestling? Him? All right, bet.
He doesn't know how to do running segments
because he don't do it.
Yeah, he worried about this nonsense.
Why would I be doing run-ins? I'm doing shit here.
How did Eazy-E get injured?
I mean, Okada's like, I wrestle. Like I don't do this.
No, I beat bitches up.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt. Alley-oop.
Fam, you said who got injured?
Eazy-E. How did Eazy-E get injured? Was it a match?
I'm not sure.
Drip said Eazy-E had to pull out of the event.
Ishii.
I'm not sure.
When I found that out, it was like I think right before we recorded. Like, I think this is the cursed summer because everyone continued to wrestle during COVID.
I'm trying to tell you,
this is penance for that. Like y'all should stop wrestling.
Everybody's all fucked up. Yeah.
Yo,
like
Jim
Cornette put on
shows
during the pandemic.
Who's filling in for Brian Bryanson?
Yeah, So the people think it's Cesaro,
It's
His
the
name
wording.
is CSR0.
It's the
this-
wording that
this is that
makes
blood
me
and
think
guts
that it's
thing.
not. It's the way that he worded technician.
I heard Gresham,
But you said something that hadn't been in AEW yet. And
That doesn't
and
matter.
I heard your man's.
Gargano.
Yeah, Garage Band.
It
Garbanzo.
doesn't, like
And I still think Kushida's an outside chance.
Kushida, but who
He
worked?
was the Back to the Future nigga.
Who? Yes,
With Alex Shelley.
but Gresham doesn't work in Blood and Guts.
That's the other thing. It's
Oh.
you're not just wrestling Zack Sabre Jr. You're filling in for Blood and Guts. And Cesaro and Blood and Guts. I mean, like I said, he would put Sam Guevara and do the UFO. He would do the giant swing with fucking one of the guys from 2.0. Like,
But technician is the word that throws it off.
he's not like he's not a technician either.
Unless you're going with the fact that he throws punches.
No, he would do. Let's not discredit him as a technician. I mean,
No, he's not. I don't see him as a technician. But he punches. So I guess strong style
uppercuts.
would be
Yeah,
labeled as being a technician. But
I think
don't-
he's the guy who would be able to hang with ZSJ compared to other guys that would have to be throwing their last second. Cesaro would be able to go with CSJ.
I don't like the wording of his statement.
It was that whole promo was weird when he was like, "I got good news and bad news, and the good news is I'm still gonna be able to wrestle, but like the bad news is
I
won't."
can't
And
wrestle.
It'll
And
be
then he-
12 months.
Like, bitch, what?
No, but then he was like, and then I do have an opponent that you're not gonna know, and neither will Zack Sabre Jr.
But
I'm
you're
like,
not gonna
what?
know.
I'm like, who is booking?
That
Well,
you,
Tony
you
Khan
know
I'm a
who-
bad guy.
Yeah.
you
That's thank you, Matt. I'm like, are you supposed to make us mad or?
Like, bitch.
That's what I mean. Like Zack Sabre Jr. came on, I was like, "Oi, what you talking about, bruv?" Like,
Not Oi.
Motherfucker was on fucking Pinky Blinders.
it was a good promo. I don't know if he said oi, but it was a good promo.
we couldn't hear him talk because Excalibur had to be like, "The Sunday," because this man Excalibur has to promote everything because Tony Khan doesn't believe in video packages.
Mm,
Yo,
Yeah.
why don't you apply, motherfucker?
yeah. Is any job open over that motherfucker?
Ain't that your dream job?
To work for a wrestling company?
I mean,
No, to work for.
To work for hell no.
why not? You like pro wrestling, right?
Hey,
You-
I don't
if-
like Tony
if
Khan.
I love wrestling, and you love wrestling. You could work for All Elite Wrestling, right?
Because I would go to Tony Khan and be like, "You see Lee Moriarty?" And he'd be like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Why the fuck isn't he on TV?"
Yeah, you'd be like, you know what, Drip, you're fired.
you're fired.
Yeah.
Go back to that.
Because apparently Lee Moriarty and Takeshita had like a great match on an indie show. I'm like, we should be seeing this on Dynamite, and we're not.
That's par for the course, though, right?
Facts.
That's what we got to do. BRP fit.
We're gonna see this man be a wizard in fucking 2022.
On that note, Champ, another fan.
What's up? Oh,
You got the Black Rasslin of the week.
Shoot, I didn't want to go with the same guys I did last week. So I will go. I go with Carmelo Hayes.
I love it.
Who retained the North American title against Tony D'Angelo.
facts.
Hey,
Who you got, man?
I'm going
No,
with my guy.
I take that back.
I know what he's gonna
Wait.
say.
Trick Williams.
Oh, no, okay, never mind.
Yeah, amazing promo this week, brother. Amazing promo.
Afro Ninja is crazy as hell.
Mm.
I'm going with
Google
my
that.
man.
Google
my,
Afro Ninja.
my man's 100 grand. Chris Bay.
What was that? He was he had a whole sequence of moves on the ring apron at Slammiversary. I didn't know what the
Yeah,
match.
he did the ultimate finesse right on the.
Ooh, that's a
ring
good
apron.
one.
Red. Oh, I was. I'm gonna keep it up.
Baby.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all.
All of it.
We be on some shit, but just like we did last week,
I do it for the children.
like I didn't know if we were going to be too crazy because the promos that the wrestling club was cutting during their last week of school this week were dope as fuck.
Yeah, we can't show this to kids, so it don't.
We may not be the right place for
Yeah,
kids to be like, oh yeah. Also, I learned about these dope kids on the Black Rasslin Podcast, but for like 2 hours, it's still flarn, filth. But-
Flaw. I don't know if we can use that anymore either.
You're right. Damn. How about that?
What about the hard?
God's still working on it, y'all. At Wallflower Perry on Twitter, if you want to catch the saga between former champion James Canyon and current champion Redmond Dasher, who already got taken out by some cat. I really love that damn BRP glass. Drip.
I'm gonna go with Suzette Victoria.
Shouts to Suzette. I'm sorry. Chat, y'all gotta chill.
Nah, chat, don't chill.
But
Never change.
I'm gonna say this. Don't chill. Know what you're doing, because a lot of the time your name in the YouTube is your name on the Twitter, and at some point, if you say the wrong thing to the right person, they will remember. Just keep in mind. My Black Wrestle of the week. There you go. Shouts to Vin. Vin, true supporter. My Black Wrestle of the week is gonna go to Sasha Banks.
Wherever you are.
Wherever you are, I know where you were one day, and just know we got your back, Sasha Banks. All day, every day. Before we get out of here,
Call me.
brother fam, where can people find you on social media of their choice?
Call me.
This nigga, yo. IllFam79 your social media choice. On all social media at Where's Buffy tomorrow, man. We can be talking top 5 discographies of all time. Should be an interesting conversation.
Call me.
Yeah. At Something Else Pod. Hit the follow. We are on the way. We
Just moving. Shouts to Will
Hours
Evans.
13 through 14 is mass serenading people in our 24-hour live stream.
Hey, yo, how many of y'all spend time when you play GTA in a strip club?
On the regular, or you saying in general?
I would spend time in there to get the trophies.
On the regular.
Like if I'm playing GTA 5, I don't just go in. If I'm going to the strip club, I it's like an incentive. Like I gotta, you gotta get
you ain't go there to unwind.
The video game. It's the internet. Like I ain't gotta
Matt
play.
plays it like it's Ready Player One, like he is.
Tone, let me know when you free on Friday night, Tone.
He on the Oculus.
You ain't stop at the stoplights. Y'all niggas wasn't playing.
Stopping at the stoplights?
No, I'm agreeing.
You ain't
with
wash
that.
your car. You ain't wash your car.
I don't think I would wash my car. I think I would do everything else, but not wash.
Hey yo, this nigga was not playing video games. He was using it as a life simulator.
What?
I am not fooling with this nigga.
Wait,
Hey, yo.
you,
He using in-game excuses for real life to niggas. I gotta wash my
Hey,
car.
so-
Matt was like, I wish life could be like this.
I gotta go. Wait, all right. Hey, math. The function going down at 4:00, bro. Can we expect you there? Nah, I gotta go wash my car. I gotta go wash my car. I gotta go run a couple errands.
I got a
All right.
mission.
You
I
didn't
actually got
wash
a
your
mission
car.
I gotta go on.
Y'all ain't do none of that.
About 20 grand in
Wash your
crypto.
car in
What?
GTA. No, you
You
steal
never
another one.
wash your car. You know it get dirty.
That's why I'm
You
be
ain't
out.
put rims on your shit.
On the car in GTA. Maybe
You ain't.
one time or two
This is
times.
disgusting. That is
You-
disgusting.
You wash the car.
Wash the car, stop at the stop.
How much that cost?
Park the car in the.
How much does the car wash cost?
I had specific cars that I would only drive to do certain shit
in GTA. So,
yes.
I'm about to pull out the red horn. It's Sunday.
No,
Yeah.
on Sunday you had to pull out the range.
And you would go get
This
that.
man is a serial.
You're not going to get your hair cut.
I wasn't pulling out whips. I was shooting niggas until I found a motorcycle.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm riding
Yes.
Before you pull a heist, before you shoot somebody, you're going to get a haircut and wash the car.
No. I'm either on task or I'm seeing how long I could last with high stars. Those are the two things I do in Grand Theft.
Murder.
I get on top of a building. I get on top of a building and I start letting off rockets. I'm blowing up cars, tanks, and helicopters. I'm blowing them joints up. Then I'm hopping in a plane.
I'm trying to get this money, get fresh.
Mitch is out there on the block trying to make sure that the work is still.
I'm trying to find a motorcycle and a ramp so I can jump off a can. You take me.
Matt turned on the game. Matt turned on the game and say,
"Nigga like me, man. I love the game."
Hey, niggas calling. Hey, cuz we going out DC. Look, nah, yo, I gotta get this bread for this house.
Matt wants to live the life
Los
that
Santos.
goes.
I told my partners I would work on it with something. Yeah.
Are you serious? I'm out there chilling.
A nigga like me, man.
How you ain't go to the strip? You got to unwind, baby. You ain't walk your dog, none of that shit.
You had to.
Chop?
You had to.
Yeah.
The
niggas played a little goofy
on the side.
You got to on the game, on the phone. Yeah, you got to.
I hated that.
I hated it too.
Matt, did you do the voluntary yoga?
You had to keep them inside the bingo. You had to fresh.
Did anybody ever get that trophy that you had to? It's weird. It's for this. They had a cult side mission, right? And you had to go into the desert and run a literal mile.
Yeah.
Like just in a circle in the desert to get this goddamn achievement.
Yeah.
Man.
Nah. Yeah. That's in GTA 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nigga, GTA 5 been jamming for 17 years.
GTA 5 been out for 10 years.
PS3, PS4, PS5. Come on, yo, how does not the GOAT?
How many?
You said what?
I ain't know it was a.
We'll get GTA 6.
You ain't know it was a PS5.
We just had this conversation,
nigga.
Yeah.
You didn't know it was a
conversation for 2 years. When this man didn't know there was a PS4, he was like,
PS5 October 2022.
Y'all had to tell me that which Xbox I had, nigga.
That was last year.
That is tricky, though. I can understand that.
But it was last year. You didn't think of PS5 and dropped at this point?
I got an Xbox.
I respect it. I respect it.
I'm thinking of I almost, man, I was out and about in the world and seen a PS in the wild, but it was a wild price when I saw it.
I was gonna say how much that cost. Yeah,
they wanted like 8, 9. I'm like, nigga, balls, nigga.
Leave that shit on the shelf.
Last joint I'm playing is Red Dead Redemption. I'm still playing that. I'm still playing Red Dead.
Red Dead. They don't even fuck with that game.
So you're playing old timey GTA. And what are you doing? What are you doing there?
This nigga just look.
There's butter right there.
Son, so you ain't wash your horse? None of that shit. You gotta wash your horse. You gotta pat him.
Girl. You ain't going to the old timey barbershop.
My Black Rasslin of the Week.
All that.
Did I give a Black Rasslin of the Week?
No, you didn't.
My Black Rasslin of the Week. No, I did. I said Sasha Banks. I just said
And me is, of course.
Hey, Khal, I'm gonna keep it inside as we've ever done on this podcast. I see that too. That's what's up. My man.
Trying to make sure everything's afloat.
My man.
Did we miss anything? We got to run through our socials. We got to get the fuck out of here. I know that much.
I think we ran through everything.
We ran through Rockno. Actually, wait, work. The one thing I didn't do is BRP 50 season.
No.
And this has been loaded. What you mean? No.
Keep going.
I was gonna say because this has been sitting in the chamber since it happened.
We got something.
And
we got something for him.
So
Work, I've been telling you, we
September,
got
October,
something for you
right?
since WrestleMania. Trust me. Trust me.
we don't forget nothing. Salute to everybody rocking with the BRP 50. Slaps to everybody rocking with the Black Rasslin Podcast. YouTube.com/Black
Trust
Rasslin.
me.
Patreon.com.
All right, take the snake comment.
Boggs. I checked on Darius. I checked on Darius Lockhart. I never got anything back. I checked on him again after you said something. I don't know. I checked on him like 4 or 5 months ago. Like I said, I never got nothing back. So when you said something, it made me check on him again. So I'll let you know.
I guess we'll figure that out. I think we've overstayed our welcome this week. Honestly, it's time to get out of here.
Yeah, I gotta get in the bed so I can wake up and work from home.
Facts. I gotta go to work.
I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Catch y'all next week.
Like me or not, I didn't come up here to be liked.